Hello, friends. We're back together for another read aloud. And starting today, our read alouds are going to be a little bit different. At the beginning, I might share some information with you, or I might talk about some new learning that we're going to be doing together in a different way. So today, I wanted to talk to you about what kind of readers we are becoming. We have grown, you have grown so much this year, and you have really gained confidence in your reading and learned to enjoy reading. And I want to tell you about a special kind of reader, and that reader is called an avid reader. It's kind of a funny name, right? So you might be wondering, what is an avid reader? An avid reader is someone who loves to read, and they read everything they can. They read books and magazines, they read signs, they read lists, they read recipes, they walk around their world and they look for things to read. And something else that avid readers do, and this is going to be my challenge to you today, is that avid readers find wonderful places where they can read. And they can read in lots of different places. So I want to tell you some of the places that I like to read at home, because we know all the fun places to read at school, right? But at home, one of my favorite places to read is on my cozy couch. I sit in the corner and I snuggle under a blanket, and sometimes I read a book, and sometimes I read from my Kindle, which is kind of like reading online. Someplace else that I really like reading, that I've learned to like reading at, is in front of my computer screen. Right here, reading to you. And I think I like doing this because I am reading to you. And I know that you're going to listen and you're going to hear the story. Another favorite place, I have two more places I want to tell you about. Another favorite place is in my living room where there's a fireplace. I love sitting on the comfy couch with a fire blazing. Do you remember the Charlotte's Web chapter that I read in front of the fireplace? I love reading there. And then the last place that I really like reading is upstairs in my cozy bedroom. Before I go to bed, sometimes I like to read a book. I bet you sometimes read a book in your bed before you go to sleep. So over the next few weeks, we're going to be learning about becoming an avid reader and all the things that go into being an avid reader. But for today, I wanted to share this book with you. This book is called Helpers in Your Neighborhood. And this book is about community helpers, and something that we're going to be thinking about when we're learning our social studies lesson this week and next week. We'll be thinking about our community helpers who have been working really hard during this time to keep us safe. So if you look closely at the cover, you can probably guess one of the helpers we might be talking about. Do you see this woman? She has a stethoscope around her neck. I bet she might be a nurse. She is a community helper. And if you look behind her, do you see this? What kind of truck is that? You're right, it's a fire truck. Firemen are community helpers. So let's look carefully at this book together. And you could be thinking in your brain what different kinds of community helpers that you know and that you recognize as I read this story. So this is from National Geographic Kids, and it's called Helpers in Your Neighborhood. And the author is Shira Evans. And Scholastic is who published this book. Helpers in Your Neighborhood. Wow, so on this page, there's something called a vocabulary tree. That is a nonfiction text feature. A vocabulary tree gives you lots of different words that are important about the subject that we're reading about. So these words are about my neighborhood. So on this part of the tree, on this branch, these words are all people. And if you look over here, that word says places. Some of the people that we're going to learn about are mail carrier, librarian, police officer, firefighter, waiter, teacher, doctor, and nurse. And some of the places we're going to learn about: post office, library, police station, fire station, restaurant, school, and hospital. So let's read on. We live in different places. Many people work in our neighborhoods. They help us every day. So if you look carefully at these two pages, you can see a police officer. He's on his, looks like a scooter, maybe a motorcycle. I think it's a scooter. And you can see a crossing guard. They are both community helpers. In my neighborhood, the mail carrier brings letters. He takes new letters to the post office. And this little boy who's telling us this is from Japan. His name is Hoshi. And there's a speech bubble. It says, "Hi, my name is Hoshi. I live in Japan." Actually, it says, "Hi, I'm Hoshi. I live in Japan." I have to go back and fix up my reading. Sometimes that happens, right? It's okay. "Hi, I'm Mooney. I live in India. I go to the library in my neighborhood. The librarian helps me find new books." Do we have a library? We sure do. We have a library at Cold Spring School, and we have the Plymouth Public Library. Right now, those libraries are closed, but when they're open, we can go back and we can visit them and they can help us. "Hi, I'm Mateo. I live in Chile. In my neighborhood, police officers keep us safe. At the police station, they talk to people who need help." Hey, that's like our neighborhood. These police officers have different vehicles, but police officers keep people safe all across the world, don't they? "Hi, I'm Ava. I live in Angola. In my neighborhood, firefighters put out fires. At the fire station, they get the trucks ready for the next time." And we know that firefighters do that here in the United States too, don't they? They put out fires, they help people who need help. They keep us safe. "Hi, I'm Emma. I live in the United States of America. There is a restaurant in my neighborhood. The waiter brings us food. Pizza is my favorite." Yes, restaurant workers are community helpers. And they're really working hard right now, helping us to have our takeout food so we can have something different. "Hi, I'm Lucas. I live in Brazil. At my school, the teacher knows a lot. She helps us read and write." Hey, we have teachers in our country, don't we? I'm a teacher. I like to help. I'm a community helper. I help children learn and stay safe. "Hi, I'm Kate. I live in the United Kingdom. We go to the hospital when we're sick. Doctors and nurses help us get better." Absolutely. In the United States, we have doctors and nurses too, and they keep us healthy. And they help us stay safe and get better. People work hard in our neighborhoods. They help us stay safe and happy. And here you can see a veterinarian taking care of an animal and a barber giving a little boy a haircut. Those are important community helpers too. Now it's your turn. At the end of the book it says it's your turn. Are you ready? Draw your neighborhood. What helpers do you see when you go out? And look, here's a picture that somebody drew. And this little person saw, oops, sorry about that. Let's see, we'll start over here. A park ranger, a bus driver, a recycling worker, a mechanic, a taxi driver. I wonder if you took a walk outside your neighborhood or outside and in your neighborhood, what you would see. I challenge you to draw a picture of your neighborhood and include any of the neighborhood helpers, the community helpers that you might see. So friends, that is the end of our story for today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining me.